No matter how great, how popular, how many friends, how many peers, how many women, no matter how many followers you have on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, all of these shallow things do not matter, because at some point you will be face to face with the darkness. You will be face to face with the emptiness. You will reevaluate your whole life when you are by yourself, staring at four walls. This is a Tarik Talks Midnight Podcast. Thank you guys for joining me. Sit down, relax, and enjoy. When all of these things that you have been doing your whole life come full circle, when it is time for you to sit down and reevaluate your existence, when your experiences, when your memories start coming back to you as you are sitting there staring into the darkness, you will realize that everything you have done was to please other people. See, this darkness comes from regret. It comes from regret of doing all of these actions, partaking in activities, saying things, acting, dressing, doing all of these things that really didn't serve you anything. They were all done to impress other people. And this is the biggest regret, because you will realize that you were hiding your true self. Your true self was hidden in the darkness. If society never told you to do certain things, if society never told you that certain things were cool, that being the popular person, that being the likable person that everyone wants to hang around with, that all the women want. If society never told you to do those things that would please other people, you most likely would not have done them. And this is why you are sitting down, replaying all of the moments, all of the experiences you had in life, the good and the bad, except the bad experiences are now magnified. Because deep down inside, you know that there's something more to life. There's something more than indulging in alcohol and drugs and being inebriated your whole life. Some people are inebriated for almost all of their lives. Some people are too busy trying to be popular for other people their whole lives. And this is going to catch up. This will reveal itself in the worst way when you are sitting down, when you are sober, when the quiet is so loud that it hurts your ears, when you are coming of age, when you are becoming a man, and you realize that everyone that was around you, all of the friends you were trying to impress, all of the women that you were trying to impress are gone. They have disappeared. They were so insignificant in your life. But you spent most of your life trying to impress these people that had no bearing on your life, that had no part of your success or lack of. Because when you spend your whole time in a daze, your whole life inebriated, intoxicated, your whole life chasing women that don't care about you, you are suddenly going to be face to face with the darkness. You will be staring at the darkness, and the darkness will be staring at you right back. It is going to show you everything that you have done in your past, and it is going to remind you that everything you were doing benefited nothing, did not benefit your life in any way. And these people that you were trying so hard to impress, that you wanted acceptance from so bad, are not even in your life. The same people that ridiculed you, the same people that made fun of you for having a certain talent or a certain gift, the same people that called you a nerd or a dork or made fun of you because you were a little different. These people stifled you, and they stifled you because they saw something special inside of you. They saw something special inside of you, but they would have rather died than to tell you that they saw something special. Instead, what happens is these same people will take their insecurities and project it onto you. So what do? You change. You start doing things to fit the mainstream. You start doing things that make you fit in with the crowd. Now you're hanging around with people with fake smiles. Now you are hanging around people with fake personalities. You are not hanging around with human beings. You are hanging around snakes. And these snakes will take away from your light. They will stifle your talents. They will stifle your dreams. The light you have, they are going to turn it into darkness. Those women that you are spending your whole life chasing just to gain validation, just to show your friends, hey, look, I'm wanted by the opposite sex. All of those women do not even care about you. You stare at your phone. All of those women that you have dealt with, all of those women that you have been intimate with for only a season, they are not texting you. They are not calling to see if you are okay. As a matter of fact, they have disappeared from your existence altogether. And you realize this. You realize that you were all alone this whole time. You realize that all of these people surrounding you were nothing but empty vessels. You realize that you were really alone even when you were with a group of these so-called friends. There could have been 100 people around you and you were still alone. And you look at your life. You flash back to the moments. You flash back to all of the people that smiled in your face because you were behaving the way they wanted you to behave. And all of this is quickly magnified, and the darkness gets even bigger. The walls start caving in a little more when you realize this. You realize that you did not need them all along. You realize that your life is still empty, even with all the material gains, even with all the peers, even with all the women, even with all the parties and the clubs. You still somehow feel empty. You still somehow feel like your soul is a pit of darkness. And this is exactly the turning point in your life. This is exactly the time where you put down the bottle, where you put down the pills, where you leave all of those promiscuous girls alone. This is the exact time where you clear out all of the clutter. This darkness is telling you to clear out all of the clutter and start focusing on who you are. Start focusing on what your soul really is, because your soul is being polluted. It is being sunken into darkness by other people, by your so-called friends, by the media, by society itself, by the education system. The more and more you stray away from your soul, from yourself, the more and more that your soul and your spirit is going to sink into darkness. And unfortunately, for the most part, everyone is going to meet this darkness. Everyone is going to meet this emptiness because this darkness is going to consume you to the point where it cannot be ignored. Therefore, you have to be by yourself in order to shine bright. Because the more and more people that surround you, the more and more they are going to dim this light. The more and more they are going to stifle the star, which is you. So you need to remove yourself from the mainstream, from society, and let that star, which is your soul, shine bright. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this podcast.